The reason why she did not remarry was partly due to a lot of taunting by the in-law side. She's widowed at 28. My grandma would say things like, Aiya, you sure get married, you sure remarry, Anna, you need a man in your life, that kind of thing. Hi, I'm Evelyn Goh, Deputy CEO and Chief Advisory Officer at Providend. I'm 47 this year. I grew up in a very, very humble background. When I was 1.5 years old, my dad passed away. I have an older brother who was then 3.5. I stayed with my uncle's family, who has 4 kids, together with my grandparents, in a kampung off the old Woodlands Road. So my mom, widowed at the age of 28, she has to go out to work, and being illiterate, she just went to be a factory operator. We grow in Kampung, so obviously we have our trees, and all that. And my auntie will ask me, even though I'm the youngest of the 6 children, to go and peddle and sell this produce. So I remembered I carried a basket of this produce. I went to the place where all the illegal hawkers are hawking their products, and just sit down there and try to sell my things, try to get people to come and buy stuff. And then suddenly you see this commotion, people running away, and then they shout, "Oh, Tegu lai liao!" It's like the now NEA officers, the government officers are here. So at 8-9 years old then, don't know what to do, people run, I just grabbed my things and I ran. And also that was just an interesting episode in my childhood. That's the way I grew up. I gave tuition from primary 6 onwards and never took pocket money from my mom. I've been self-supportive in that sense. And that ingrained in me about the value of hard work. In my growing up years, I see how my mom worked very hard to provide for me and my brother. There were some tensions and relationships. It wasn't easy for her. When I was older, she did share that the reason why she did not remarry was partly due to a lot of taunting by the in-law side. My grandma would say things like, Aiya, you sure get married, you sure remarry, Anna, you need a man in your life, that kind of thing. But my mom, she stood her ground, she did not. And I think I also appreciate the fact that she's probably afraid that the children will be mistreated by the stepfather. As you can see, my mom is a very strong influence in my life. And my mom is a very hardworking person. She don't complain much, she just do. She do because she thinks that's the right things to do. She will focus on it. And I remembered when I was probably around about junior college years, my grandma developed dementia. And her dementia at the later stage, she is actually quite violent, and for various reasons, my mom has to take care of her for a period of time. And I remembered asking my mom, actually, Ma, do you have to do this? It's not like she treated you very well, last time. Why do you do it? And my mom said, she can't speak English, so she said, 我不是做给人看，我做给上帝看. And that instilled in me about doing the right thing. Whether or not it's convenient, whether or not you feel aggrieved. I'm sure she feels aggrieved, but she still do it nonetheless because it's the right thing to do. And that is one very strong value that I hold very dear, and that is doing the right thing. And that kind of, was the value that helped me on when I joined Providend, and it resonates so, what Providend stood for, doing the right thing for clients, it's so in alignment with my personal values, of doing the right thing. Earlier in in my career at Providend, I was doing advisory work, and we target the affluent. And I was looking at because our job requires us to look at the balance sheet, the net worth statement, and I was just looking at the numbers, of the clients. And I remember thinking, wow, what am I doing? They are my peers, same age group, and they are earning so much. what am I doing here at Providend? Well, it's just a fleeting thought, which very quickly it was put in place because I know what I'm doing at Providend. It's because Providend is not just a job, you know. I mean, working at Providend is not just a job. It's not just to bring home bacon. It's not to enrich myself. It's a calling, right? It's something that I believe in doing what is right for the client, conflict-free, you know. And I'm very proud to be part of the Providend bigger story, you know, and the purpose of doing the right things for our clients. All this coming 20 years, and I hope for many, many more years to